The U.S. Justice Department has now filed new criminal charges against Hunter Biden, this time for tax evasion. This one is the second federal indictment against the son of U.S. President Joe Biden. Hunter Biden is facing 9 tax charges in California. Prosecutors accuse him of failing to pay $1.4 million in federal taxes from 2016 to 2019. He's already been indicted earlier this year on federal firearm charges for possessing a gun while using narcotics. This is the big talk in Washington for sure today, and Richard Madden is in our bureau there to give us more. This new indictment, what further detail do we have today, Richard?
Yeah, as you noted, Heather, a lot of tax fraud and tax charges. 9 indictments against the president's son this morning from a court in California, including failure to pay nearly $1.5 million in taxes and filing false tax returns. Now, prosecutors accuse him of filing false deductions through a company he owned, and I'm quoting here, to fund his extravagant lifestyle. Now, according to the charging documents, he reportedly used the cash to pay for drugs, strippers, and exotic cars. And these are the second round of indictments against Hunter Biden, as you noted. He was charged earlier this year for lying on federal forms when buying a handgun. And both these tax charges were initially part of a plea deal that fell apart this summer in Delaware. So it appears the special counsel sent these charges to a federal court in California, where Hunter Biden lives, and where the grand jury returned the indictment. So Hunter Biden now faces up to 17 years in prison. His lawyers say these charges are politically motivated by a Trump-appointed judge, saying if Hunter's last name was anything other than Biden, these charges wouldn't have been brought. And let's not forget about the timing here. This comes against the backdrop of next year's presidential election, where his father, Joe Biden, is facing former President Donald Trump, who's also facing several indictments of his own.
Haven't heard anything, have we, from his father, but this has to have an effect on the 2024 campaign. What's going to be happening next on this, Richard?
Yeah, so the White House has repeatedly said President Biden did nothing wrong and it had no knowledge of his son's work. But House Republicans don't buy it, and just days ago announced plans to launch a separate impeachment inquiry into, you guessed it, President Biden's ties to his son's troubled business dealings. So clearly that critical vote is expected probably sometime next week or before the end of the year. This indictment against Hunter Biden doesn't appear to refer to his father in his current role as president or previous role as vice president, but clearly this adds huge problems for both of them, because if these prosecutions move forward, Hunter Biden could be on trial in the middle of the presidential campaign.